It's here, but something's wrong. Have we met?
I told you it was him. The son of Śródmieście. A great bout in the dungeon, top notch.
Want to help some brothers in need?
That depends on whether you know where Ariel Rofe is.
Well then, no. Go to hell.
Wait. He's got important business here too. And if we do know, you'll help?
What's going on?
Something's lit a fire under the coppers' asses. It ain't enough that their weapon transport went missing. They mucked up again recently.
Something smashed it to smithereens and now half the damn harbor's gone. They called in patrols and the army, and they're guarding it now. But there's this little thing we gotta get from where it's stashed and destroy it for Ariel. So, you gonna help us, or what?
And that damage at the port, what's it from?
Dunno. The socialists blew something up, probably.
No matter what. What matters is it throws a wrench in the works for us. The question stands. You helping or not?
What are you supposed to get rid of for Ariel?
Why do you care?
Because I'm the one taking risk.
If you don't succeed, then you don't need to know, right?
I'll see what I can do.
No going through, Paliak. Czego nada?
How did you know I was Polish?
Because you're asking a stupid question instead of doing what you're told. What you looking for here, Paliak?
What treasures are they hiding in there that they need all these guards?
His Excellency's dirty underwear. What do you care?
I'm looking for a friend who's gone missing. I want to see if he's here.
If he were here, I wouldn't brag about knowing somebody like that.
And if I insist, will you call your buddies over and give me a thrashing?
Da.
Ко мне, сукины дети! Бейте поляка!
So much for discretion. What the hell do you need that spellbook for?
Leave him. We'll take what we need and get the hell out of here.
The police plus the Ochrana. They have their way with this place. Under the sky of Mirov, a Thaumaturge has his lair. Delightful. A Kabbalist's den. So. Turns out he held up at Różycki Bazaar. Arioropha and God don't get along so well. Is Ropha capable of emotion? That wasn't too hard.
Where do you think you're going, pretty boy?
I'm looking for someone. They say he's got a business here.
Do the smart thing and hit the road. Go on. Fuck off.
Am I wrong, or are you guarding a closed butcher's store? This is Ariel Roffe's Geschäft, right?
I'll check you the hell out in a minute and we'll be done.
You talk just like the friend I'm looking for.
I'm asking you nicely, capisce? Bid it!
I'm looking for Ariel Roffe.
Then you can double fuck off, you fucking dummkopf!
You'll attract more attention with that shouting.
Buzz on for I get my club. You're not gonna tell me how to do my job, you flibbit and raggedy sot. Beat it.
But I know Ariel's got his hideout here. I even know which copper's hands he greases.
I don't know about no bribes, you
Provocateur?
Fuck off.
I swear, I know this is Ariel's hideout.
Know how to read? It says butcher's shop.
Sure, it's extra kosher, because there's no meat at all in there. Come on, every bum at Różyc reeks of booze from this place.
And when they come here, I'll tell them to fuck off.
Please, I just want a word with Ariel.
Ogres, how come he's still standing here mouthing off at you?
It's me, Victor.
Shulsky, I remember. Fuck off.
So, should I give him what for, boss?
Do what you want.
Ariel, come on. Let's talk, please.
But Ogres, maybe don't take on the son of Shrut Miestia on your own, yeah?
I'll call you a priest if you want.
them be.
I'm sorry.
Come on, Shulsky. Let's get out of sight. But if anything starts shaking, I'll shoot you.
Don't stare. That way.
This whole butcher's shop is a cover, right?
None of your business. Got a problem? Take a seat.
Sit down. Tell me why you're bothering me. And how exactly did you find me?
A very inventive hiding spot. And a nice place.
We've got our own little store here with different varieties. I'm just doing my best to unload it efficiently. Don't waste my time.
It wasn't such a huge challenge.
Who squealed?
I found a certain attic where one Thaumaturge set up a warm nest for himself.
Oguras!
Hey, calm down. I won't tell anybody anything. All your secrets are safe with me.
You're on the thinnest ice you ever walked on. Say what you want.
Why do they call that bruiser Oguras?
He's got a green pecker from untreated pox with these little bumps like on those little cocktail gherkins.
I hope he gets well soon.
I'll pass that on. That everything?
I've got a certain problem, and I'd like to get rid of it quickly.
Is it made of clay and weighs 2 tons when it shows up? So you got sick of running back and forth across Kervich Bridge?
I'm not going to pretend I understand.
Golems aren't great at swimming, remember? Since it's following you, going across a bridge would force it to. Forget it. I can see why you can't deal with it on your own.
I need the knowledge of a Kabbalist. Your knowledge.
I think I have at least a few reasons to say no, don't I? The main one is the death of my business partner and best friend.
Your business partner's doing great. He's writing letters to you from our resort in the countryside.
Sure, but now he's not by my side.
And what about Svetlana?
That doesn't matter anymore. The lady didn't want anybody to find her, right? If you ever stick your nose into my private business again, I'll cut it off. You got it?
I don't have time, Ariel. We both know that only you can help me. You can keep tormenting me, but are you going to tell me something or not?
I can torment you and tell you. A golem is a Salutator like any other, but housed in a physical form. But you attract it and bind it in the same way.
So you need to discern the flaw of the person it's following and then defeat it.
Well done. The difference being that it's following blood first and the flaws second. But first, you have to deprive the golem of its physical body, the shell in which the Salutator is housed. You also need to know where the ritual was conducted, because that's the only place you can do it. Good luck.
So, apart from my family's blood, The golem is attracted to my initial flaw, right?
Initial? So how many have you got?
I meant the one and only flaw that reveals itself in youth.
And what Salutator latched onto it? The Golden Duck of Warsaw?
Very funny. I know the place the golem was summoned. The basement of Nozick Synagogue.
So, Sofer managed to do it?
How can I get rid of that clay shell it has?
You can't. For that you need a Kabbalist. Moi. I know the incantation for the Berur ritual.
What?
Instructions for reversing the evil eye, cleansing body and soul, and hiding from the unwanted, but why should I explain them to you?
I'm guessing this will cost me something. Money? A favor? A further humiliation?
We'll see.
Thank you. So we're going into the basement of a synagogue, where you'll use Kabbalah to strip the golem of its physical form, right? Then I'll bind it and free myself from its curse?
Not quite. The golem is mine.
What do you need the golem for?
None of your business.
You want revenge. That's very sentimental if you think about it.
I won't warn you again. Keep your nose out.
Agreed. The golem will be yours.
You didn't say the magic words.
I hereby promise that the golem is yours, as long as you can handle it.
Way to go. Don't worry about the rest.
Hold on.
What?
If I lose my initial flaw, I'll lose contact with my initial Salutator, right?
Could be yes, could be no. I don't know. Want to find out?
No.
Unless you've got a long line of relatives with flaws?
I've got a sister, twin, but I don't know if Ligia carries a flaw.
Lovely name. And a strong bond of blood. If she's important to you, the golem has to be bound.
I know.
Then go back to your sister and find out if she carries a flaw.
All right, I'll bring her here. Maybe she'll be better off without the flaw.
I'm not here to heal your conscience. You're one cold son of a bitch. A toast? A very successful batch. We haven't shipped everything out yet.
This won't make me go blind, will it?
The risk is part of the fun.
L'chaim.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Ready?
We'll meet there. I've got one more thing to sort out.
Don't forget your sister.
Do you live around here, miss? Well, look here, miss. Speak of the devil.
Mr. Shulsky.
The young lady was telling me about you. I had no idea you could do such things. You never told me you could do spells and such. Shall I bring you some tea?
What is it that Mr. Tyria told you about me?
How you conjured up a stolen book and the impression it made. Apparently, it's all anyone can talk about these days. We simply cannot wait for the next performance.
So, what about that tea?
Gladly. Mr. Tyria might take a while to explain things.
I'll be back in a minute.
We're alone.
To what do I owe this unannounced visit?
You're not even trying to hide the fact that I've come at the bad time. So be it. I'll endure it. Dickstein asked me to contact you regarding a certain matter. Well, all right. Maybe it was me who asked him. The university has been operating in secrecy for years, and suddenly, one of ours was arrested. It seems suspicious to me, as if someone betrayed him. I figured that nobody would solve this case faster than a Thaumaturge.
Does this mean you would like me to find the traitor?
All I ask is that you go to Dickstein's.
Should I be concerned for my sister's safety?
She's a frequent speaker and she aids us financially. If the arrests don't cease, someone will eventually betray us. So, I'd say yes, we're all in danger.
I'll handle it. I'll go to Dickstein's as soon as possible.
Thank you. Here's his business card. I won't take up any more of your time. Although, I'll admit I wouldn't mind wasting some of mine in your company.
Goodbye, young lady.
See you.
She arrived and was gone in a flash. Didn't even stay for tea. I hope I didn't make some kind of gaffe by letting the young lady in.
No. Everything is fine, Grażynka.
She had such kind eyes, and she was giving you a rather telling look, too. I'm not implying anything.
Thank you, Grażynka. Hello.
Mr. Shulsky, thank you for coming.
Maybe you should check who's calling. Then we'll be able to talk uninterrupted.
Yes, of course. Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back shortly.
Don't look at me like that. After all, Dickstein himself wants me to discover everything, right?
Yes, Wojtek is brave. But the thing is, he might be too brave. No, I don't know anything. I don't even have anyone I could ask. Yes, I miss you. But caution comes first. How are your parents?
Okay, you're right. I'm done eavesdropping.
Sorry for that. We can talk now. As you already know, recently one of my students was arrested. I think your help will be invaluable.
The phone call you received, was it anyone important?
First of all, it was a private conversation. It was my wife, if you must know. I understand that I must answer more uncomfortable questions.
How can I help?
I'm afraid that the arrest of this boy threatens the continued operation of the Flying University.
You're afraid he might simply give you up?
I have also heard that some students have begun to accuse each other of working with the Ochrana. It's very destructive.
Who's the arrested student?
Valdemar, a very talented arithmetician. I feel bad for him.
A locksmith's son? So, you should manage in jail.
Yes. But what scares me most is the atmosphere of distrust that has set in. Of suspicion. A witch hunt. In order for the meetings to continue, I need to know if someone has actually betrayed us. The venue of our next lecture can also be considered compromised.
Do you like to play Salutator?
What makes you ask that?
You're not a gambling man, but your cards appear used.
Oh, the cards. Yes, well.
I know Polina left them here.
Cards also involve math. I use them to explain probability calculus.
You teach your students how to count cards?
Trust me, this has no relation to our case.
Is she the one the students suspect of being an Ochrana spy? Because she's Russian?
Regrettably, we live in such xenophobic times, but I don't harbor even the slightest suspicion against her. Actually, I would like you to definitively eliminate her as a suspect. Preferably without her finding out.
It seems you look after Polina more than the rest of the female students.
I don't expect you to understand all my motivations. I only need your help with the mole matter. If you're able to handle it safely and discreetly for all involved, I shall be very much obliged.
I'm nosy by nature. Please excuse me. We'll round up all suspects in one place. Next, we'll say that I'm there because of a thaumaturgical lecture that you yourselves have requested.
Good idea. The question is, where?
I think it's time for me to reciprocate with an invitation to my house. I only need to ask my sister first.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I think we can conclude our meeting.
Thank you. You're of great help to me. I'll let you know when we're ready. And please be careful. There's been some commotion in front of the tenement house again. Sometimes I don't know if they're coming for me already or if the time hasn't come yet.
Of course. Goodbye. You seem happy. What's going on?
Saturday. That's what's going on.
I'm pretty sure today's not Saturday.
Live your life like every day was Saturday. Listen, we've got a job coming our way, just like in the good old days. You, me, and beating up some thugs. Interested? I know you are.
I'm interested in Warsaw's underground scene.
Ask a mailman. Say what you want to know.
There's something else.
The booze doesn't judge. Shoot.
Tell me, what kind of action have you got coming up?
There's this guy, Kafar, from Ruzhitz. The bastard thinks he can mess with the left bank. He and his people seized one of mine, Max. Said he owed them. He got away, but there's still bad blood. I thought I might explain a thing or two to Kafar. So, shall we go there?
You have my grimoire.
Yes, that's what I like to hear. Come on, let's show Kafar we mean business. I won't have anyone going after my people for some imaginary debts. Look how beautiful it is. The babble of fishwives, the cursing of longshoremen, and there, marshmallows are being cut on a chopping block. Oh, and there my dad used to have a stall. Well, never mind. Where do we find that wise guy?
There, in a shack in the southeast. His people usually stand by the entrance.
Let's go then. But you go with the shivs and lock Ruzhitz so that Kafar knows this is serious. And so that none of those bastards get away.
I can't let you stick your neck out for me, boss.
Not just me. It won't be the first time we beat on some knaves with Victor.
We have some experience in getting rid of wicked men, and bigger ones too.
Loan sharks. The whole town was in Pt17's pocket. Everyone was afraid to look him in the eyes. But not me, and not Victor. We rid Warsaw of that scumbag. So don't you worry. Kafar is a piece of cake for us. Go on, close the gates.
On it, boss.
Today, my dear Victor, we will embark on a sentimental journey. A long, long time ago in the Mermaid City lived a brute, the leader of 40 grafters, keeping order at Różec.
Let me guess. We are the righteous warriors who will teach him a lesson, right?
You know it. We are some helpful bastards, aren't we?
You seem to be in awfully good mood.
Well, sure. It's just like the old days, isn't it? You and me against the world. Old pals pledge their loyalty, their voices like a sling projectile. Besides, the Różec lads are really fun to smack around. Oh wait, speak of the devil. Here they are. Let the fun begin.
What do you think you're doing? Closing the gates, kicking up a shindy? You shouldn't show up here, Nujits.
Yes, I know. You're intimidated by the sight of an intellectual. It's time to write the first chapter of today's tale on these ruddy mugs. I will call it The Pilgrim and the Poet K. Oh, Victor, that was truly exquisite. Can you smell the aroma of Madeleine wafting through the air? When you smacked the tallest one, I almost shed a tear.
And this is just chapter 1. Time for chapter 2?
Sure thing. And we can do anything we want in it. It just has to end with us paying Kafar a visit. After all, I'm on official business here. This is our time, Victor. And time is like a little partridge, running fast as fuck. We need to take advantage of that. Follow me. One scum queen awaits in a tower.
Lead the way.
Victor! Look here.
Hold on, scumbags. I'm talking to you.
What did we do to deserve that kind of treatment from the authorities?
Authorities? What authority? He's just a corrupt copper.
You must have a death wish, you lice-ridden mongrel.
Lovely. Another one to be made into mincemeat. Let's go, Victor. Although, upon careful consideration, the process won't help much in this case.
Oi, let me just... Get out of here, bastards!
Unfortunately, that's impossible. You see, my friend and I have embarked on a sentimental journey.
That's right. It takes us to our old stamping grounds. And we're having fun, just like we did in our childhood days.
That crap makes my ears bleed.
Let's not waste words, Victor. It's time to do the laundry. Chapter 2, The Pilgrim and the Poet Saw.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here. There's something odd nearby.
What are you joshing for? Niedzits, this ain't your turf. Why the hell did you come here raising a stink?
Get out of our way, plebeian.
Wait, Abauritze. Take a look at him. Doesn't he look like...
Samson the Thug! The same beady eyes are straying in search of reason.
What did you say?
You look like a hothead from way back who stood in our way. Shall we do the same as we did with the other one?
We're from the Franciscan Sisters to see the Honorable Mr. Kafar, whose generosity is widely known on both sides of the Vistula. We're collecting money for a wooden figure of Christ by the puppet maker Geppetto. We're going to raise money together once his oak limbs come to life.
What? Is there such a puppet maker?
Fuck, I can't keep my countenance like I used to. You can't talk to this idiot.
I'll get you for this.
Kafar, you fucker.
Niedzits, you snitch. You always drop in unannounced.
Did you hear that? A loan shark calls me a snitch? The scumbag. Next time, I'll send you a note. I want you to stay the fuck away from my people, especially Max.
And what are you going to do? I've got a reputation here. You'd best shut your trap and bark up a different tree.
He's going to get his trap smacked. Let's get him.
Listen, maybe this time we can use our heads. As it happens, Kafar has a small intoxicating secret.
What do you mean? We're not going to shoot the scumbag? Then our sentimental journey won't be complete, and I will have to rewrite the final chapter.
Kafar is afraid that his sugar smuggling will be exposed. He does it behind the manager's back.
You've really impressed me now, Victor. Well, magic, bitch. You're not so tough now, are you?
And who's going to believe you, fancy boy? Get out of here.
So how about we fuck him up?
Let me show you one more trick. Chapter 3. You can see yourself in an expensive frock coat, surrounded by stall keepers who show you favor and respect. They stare at you like dogs. How delusive it is. One word about your sugar, and it all bursts like a bubble. You've got nothing. Humiliated, defeated, you rot in oblivion.
It's all lost. No! So many years of effort, kissing the manager's ass, squabbling with those bastards from Rozhitz. I can't make it in jail.
Unless?
All right, Mr. Niedzitz. Whatever you want. I've already forgotten about Max. All squared up?
I think we can work it out. Well, this is what I call a happy ending. We beat up a few thugs, and we taught them a lesson. Well, if that was an evil deed, then the Tsarist government would have arranged Warsaw differently. The loan shark is defeated, and justice prevails eventually. Although I hope we would shoot him. But the magic tricks are fine, too.
I wish I had been able to do all that magic stuff 15 years ago.
Do you think that if you had charmed Pt17 back then, Satanisław wouldn't have sent you away?
I'm sure Father would have plagued me in 1,000 different ways. But maybe he wouldn't have sent me away.
But if you hadn't gone, you wouldn't be the Thaumaturge you are now. Damn it, Victor, I wouldn't be myself either. You better tell me why it was my dad who swung for it, not us. Honestly. We came back, Satanisław took you into his office for questioning, and then what?
Father never raised his voice. I wished he had screamed and been mad at the time, but all he did was talk. From time to time, Balberit would show up and look at me. I thought I would die that day. Then I heard your father would answer for the loan shark's death, and you and I would get away with it. Stanisław told me to pack and take this gun with me, to remind me that it wasn't just a lone shark who lost his life that day.
Right. My dad would rot in jail, and yours had to sell antiques.
You don't know everything. My father was forced to let one rat inside his home. Ivan Konieczkin.
No shit. Satanisław snitched to the Ochrana? That's tough. Do you think your old man was right to expel you?
I don't know. It was a long time ago. In another life.
Right. And now that Satanisław is pushing up daisies, it doesn't matter anymore. Never mind. Each of us had his share of suffering. And now, we're here drinking vodka as winners. Kings of life, lords of death.
I think it's time to finish this chapter.
Yes, but surely this isn't our final chapter. But enough talking for now. Let's drink. To friendship, Victor. To being squared up.